Welcome to the In Memory of Man podcast, a show dedicated to the brave new world of crime, artificial intelligence, and you. The future is now. Here's your host, criminal trial lawyer, researcher, and author, Robert Kiesling.
Hello, welcome to the In Memory of Man podcast, robot crime blog and vlog. I'm your host, Robert Kiesling. I do the research so you don't have to. People, the amount of our civil liberties that are being taken away without any kind of recourse, without any kind of regulation, without them, the legislators answering to us is just, it's terrifying. I mean, straight up, it's terrifying. And I'm hoping that this episode can shed some light on what you can expect in the future if you allow this to continue without having the legislators answer for how, when, why, where, and for how long that this is going to continue. And I don't think any kind of pervasive answer that says, well, in the future, that's just not good enough. And I think that there has to be some checks and balances. If not, then you're going to have what happened over in China, what's over in Tunisia, and it's going to be here. You're going to have RoboCop officers that are going to be monitoring the streets because the human officers aren't going to be able to do that because of the coronavirus, right? And then you're going to have drones that are going to monitor. People are going to be stopped in the street, and then people are going to be carrying papers, right? And they're going to have to show those papers to these robots.
قرب شوي كاميرا عايش لازم توصل تو شكرا يبدالك في العصر الصحي ولا يبدالك والله هاي بسرعة بيسا دخان بسرعة بيسا.
Well, that's a pretty terrifying thing, because if a robot's doing that, what kind of discretion are you going to, is a robot going to have to question you? And who's the human on the other side? And what part of law enforcement are they of? I mean, that's a terrifying thing to think about. So, and if you want that to continue, let me look at another example. U.S. Attorney General orders release of more federal inmates due to coronavirus pandemic. Wait, what? Releasing federal inmates? So they're allowing these federal inmates to do the rest of their time in home confinement. Yeah, because that them being in civilized population really worked well the first time, right? Okay, makes a lot of sense. Thanks. And wait, so they're going to be in quarantine, and what are we? We're in quarantine. If you don't have a problem with that picture, yeah, I don't know what to say. Kentucky, come on, people. Your legislators, why would you allow neighbors to rat on other neighbors when they don't even have the education, and they don't even know? A lot of these people aren't even going to know why or where, or if the people are exempt from going to and from where they're going to and from. You don't think that that's going to cause a huge problem? And you don't think, oh yeah, because no one's vindictive, right? No one gets upset, right? Okay, especially with your neighbor. I don't know how many people have a neighbor. Well, probably a lot of people, right? But it's just, you ever been upset at your neighbor? You ever want to get back at your neighbor? Yeah, you probably have, and your neighbor's probably done the same. So, man, bad policy. Again, 1941 to 1945. You do know what happened, and you know what the Germans were, right? And you know what a Stasi is, right? If you don't, look it up. Holy smokes, man. Los Angeles to shut off water power of non-essential businesses that refuse to close. What? You couldn't come up with a better policy than that? You're just going to shut the mom and pop store, the power off, right? Wow, way to go. Wow. And these are educated legislators that are doing this? Crazy. That's all these articles are in the show notes, by the way, and that I think I mentioned it. If I didn't, the Tunisia video of the robot officers also there, and you can see it on the vlog. Trump administration wants to use American smartphone location data to help track and combat the spread of the coronavirus. And what are they doing? If you go to my other episodes in China, Western companies were helping them to track their citizens, like 1984 and George Orwell. If you're not familiar with it, look that up as well. And it's a very dystopian situation. And now they are bringing that to the United States, which I said was going to happen as well. And I also made these predictions based on my novel, Discredited Citizen. And that's a futuristic crime thriller that deals with a lot of these issues that I didn't think would happen this fast. And a lot of those issues that I've addressed in Discredited Citizen are happening now. So very, very interesting stuff. Well, folks, please, I encourage you to look up the sources and do your own research. Hopefully I give a good enough foundation for you to do that. Something needs to happen here, folks. We need regulation. We need to regulate the legislators. They need to answer as to what they're doing and what they're proposing to end the assault on our civil liberties. If Skynet doesn't take over, if Skynet doesn't take over my next podcast or now whoever, I will see that. Thanks, guys.